Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video and welcome to my Saturday morning reset. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Vanessa and the name of my channel is A Lifestyle with Vanessa Stevens. And on my channel, I do cooking, cleaning videos, grocery hauls, clothing hauls, new product reviews, a whole host of things. So guys, thank you for tuning in, and for my subscribers and viewers, thank you for watching another video. So guys, as you can see, I am still extremely tired. I think the whole activities of it all from this past week, you know, flying and dealing with my grandson, being very active has worn me out, y'all. You know, I am a woman of age. I am seasoned. And of course, I've been drinking as well, which is something that I have not done in years, y'all. So I guess it's all coming down on me today. So as you can see, I just got up and started doing my regular little Saturday routine, washing some clothes. I cleaned up the kitchen and the house pretty much yesterday. As you can see, I just made me a cup of coffee, and I have some new products here. Minus one that I have not showed you guys. So of course, you know, I am old school. I do have a coffee pot over there, which I have not used in a while. I prefer to do my hot water, especially when I'm feeling like exhausted the way I am right now. I want my water hot. So this is the Colombian coffee that I normally purchase from Walmart. I also picked up 2 coffee creamers from Kroger. This is the Italian sweet cream, and this is also the hazelnut. Now, these are not the brands that I normally purchase, and I will say that it is not as sweet as the ones that I normally use, but it'll do. And as you can see, I use a little of both today, which has been my first time doing it. I just was trying to make it just a little bit sweeter. And I also added this GLP-1 daily support. This is supposed to be good for your health and also for the fiber. But I did put this into my coffee for the fiber because, y'all, I got on the scale this morning and I put on 5 pounds. Yes, I was eating while I was out on this little vacation. I most definitely enjoyed myself, and that was my intent to do. But guys, you know, I didn't want to end the video without coming in and saying, hey, hello, how you guys are doing. But once I'm finished done with my laundry, I am just going to go prop myself on my couch and watch YouTube for the majority of the day. Oh, and also, another reason why I did not sleep too well, and also to give you guys a little bit of an update, as I said I would. I received a call about 7 o'clock this morning from the facility where my mom is at. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I became my mom's caregiver, full-time caregiver last year, which is the reason why I'm currently unemployed. I left my job to help my mom out, move her out to Georgia from South Carolina, and to place her into a facility. So I received a call from the facility last night that she did not do very well. She has a roommate now. For the past couple of months since my mom has been there, she's been in the room by herself. And as I often say to you guys, my mom is a loner. She's always been a loner. She's not too much of an outgoing person. So when they put this person in the room, even though she was familiar with her, you know, from the facility, things did not go too well. So in my mom's head, you know, she's getting used to the place, but then she's not fully acclimated to it as of yet. But as of lately, in her mind, her room has been her home. So bringing someone else in there was very uncomfortable and disruptive for her. So I'm assuming sometime, you know, during the night when my mom possibly had gotten up to go to the bathroom, she realized and probably forgot that the other person was there. So therefore she felt that somebody broke into her home or was breaking into her home. My mom is a fighter, she's always been a fighter. I guess that's, you know, up in the genes. My mom picked up her walker, and I guess because the nurses heard the other person like yell out, my mom was about to bash this woman up beside her head with her walker. So it's been a fiasco all night. They said my mom has not slept. She's been walking around the facility in her walker. They can tell that she's very tired, you know, and antsy. She doesn't want to take her medication. She doesn't want to eat. But I told them, you know, just give her a little time to, you know, calm down just a little bit. Eventually she'll get tired enough to want to sit down and then more than likely go to sleep. She'll eat eventually, you know, whenever she gets hungry, and then they can slide the medication over to her to get her, you know, back into being a little bit less combative. But they did call me when I was away on vacation. They called me on Thursday to let me know that she was going to be getting a roommate. I knew it was going to end up well. I knew it. I didn't think that she was going to get as belligerent as she did. But I knew that it wasn't going to end up well because, like I said, my mom is a loner, you know. But, you know, I just called a few moments ago to check in on her. They said, you know, she's winding down a little bit. She's still walking the halls, but she's a little bit more calmer. She's not combative right now. And with that being said, when I told you guys, I think last week that something detrimental happened in my family, that leads me to letting you guys know why I cannot go and see her, or why I did not rush over there, you know, to calm her. But maybe about a week and a half ago, no, it has to be 2 weeks, maybe about 2 weeks ago. Yes, about maybe 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, my son was in a horrific car accident. And I'm telling you guys, I pray over my children. I tell you guys this often. I pray over my children each and every night. And then I say a prayer for myself, and I say a prayer for my mother. Because of this world that we live in right now, all of this evil that is amongst us, you know, I know my children and I are deeply blessed. I know this. I know we are covered in God's grace. But as a dutiful surgeon, I pray over my children every night. I also have my location, you know, I have a location for my kids on my phone. They also have my location. I periodically, you know, look at my location to see, you know, where my kids are, where they're moving about, you know, everything is okay. Is there movement? And not to be snooping. As I said, in this day and age with the world that we're living in, I feel that we should have our loved ones' locations. You know, it has nothing to do with snooping at all. Like I used to tell my children, suppose something were to happen to you guys in the street and you cannot be found. At least I can tell, you know, the police officers, or they can either pin my phone or your phone to find out where were you at last. You know, so that's my major concern. Not to be nosy, because my children are grown. They have their own lives. I believe I brought them up to be very responsible adults. But because of the world, I'm going to keep an eye on them. So this particular night, my son, he doesn't often come like straight home. You know, sometimes he'll go and hang out. You know, he's a grown man. He'll go and hang out, or he'll stop and get some food, or he'll do this and he'll do that. So this particular evening, I saw that he was in the area. So I was cool with that. So I was just getting ready to go and lay down. I said my prayer. Right after I said my prayer and I laid in the bed, I get a call from my daughter. My daughter's like, "Ma, you in the bed already?" So I said, "Yes, I'm just getting in the bed." She was like, "Well, I don't want you to get upset. Everything is okay. But Jay was in a car accident." And guys, let me tell you, normally, I would have passed out. I would have been so stressed. I would have been so nervous. Let me tell you how I would have reacted. But for whatever reason, it was like a calmness that came over me. And my reaction was only, where is he and what happened? So, you know, she told me what the situation was. Right up the street from where we're living, in the hospital where I used to work, it was like very, very close to where the accident had happened. And evidently the call that was placed was because the accident was so bad, the hospital had gotten an alert, which is what I was told when we got to the hospital. But thank you, Jesus, my son was okay. And if you guys, you know, I don't want to put it out there yet because this thing's still going on, but if you guys were able to see the video of his car, you will wonder how he made it out alive, y'all. All of the airbags, excuse me, y'all. All of the airbags in the car was deflated, were popped out of the car. On the passenger side, thank God, because he loves to take me places. Thank God he had no one in that passenger seat, because that person would have been seriously hurt or no longer here. Because the impact on the passenger side was hit so hard, not only did the airbags deploy, but the side of the seat was ripped open. So all you saw was all of the stuff inside of the car. So, and let me tell you, my son was favored by God. He was most definitely favored by God, because my son has a 4-door Toyota, and you guys know that he just got that car. He might have only had it for a month. Every single door, minus his door on the driver's side, was crushed in. Every single door. Now, I'm told they did have, some trouble getting him out the car. Some of the people that were in the area came, and he was alert. He was alert. His adrenaline was going. So the people were pulling at the door, and they were telling him to kick out the door. So with the force of him kicking and with the force of them pulling, they were eventually able to pull him out of the car. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm hot. Let me put my air up. All right, guys. So my son did not call me first, because I felt, he probably thought I was going to panic, which I would have. But like I said, for some reason, God put a level of calmness over me. So when I got up to the scene, he was still upset. More so upset about the car, and the car was totaled. I mean, the car was towed up, y'all. And he was also pushed up against one of the lamp posts in the street. So thank God he did not really hit it hard head on. So what happened was, he was making a left turn, and the person, I guess, who was coming from the opposite side of the street, ran into him, pushed him into another car, and then into the pole. But y'all, like I said, by the grace of God, my son is still here. When I showed up on the scene, he was very upset. My son, he is not a crier. When my son is crying, he's angry. So by the time I reached my son was on 250, worried about his car. So I had to bring him back down to earth. And I think it was the adrenaline. I don't even think he really realized that he could have been taken out of him. So I had to snatch him up and pull him to the side, because the cop and the tow truck was still out there. I had to pull him over to the side and pretty much shake him up and tell him, look at your car. Look at your car. You should not be worrying about the state of this car. Look at this car. What you need to do is be thanking God. You need to be on your knees thanking God that you are here. So what we're going to do is, you're going to calm yourself down, and we're going to say a prayer, and we are going to thank God for sparing your life. And that is exactly what we did. And after that, he was okay. But guys, let me tell you something. And even to this day, it's like the covering over me, it's like unexplainable, because when something happens to my children, oh my God, y'all, I flip. I do. I flip. I really, really do. In the normal circumstances of how I used to be, first of all, I would have went up there swinging, looking for the person who hit him, wanting to know what's what. But like I said, I took a level of calmness with me. But with that being said, my son is okay. Everything is good. Right now, he's going through everything with the insurance claim. Judging from the police report, the young lady that hit him is 17 years old. The gentleman that his car was pushed into, there were two 19-year-old gentlemen. So everybody was young. My son is the older one out of the group. He's the adult in the group. And according to Georgia law, my son is at fault, because they have some left turn rule out here, something that I never knew about. I never knew about that. But because he was making a left turn and the person hit him, you know, that's what happened. So he got a citation to appear in court, or either he could have paid the ticket, but he prefers to go to court and fight it out because, guys, I'm going to tell you, looking at that car, there's no way my son was at fault. There is no way. There is absolutely no way. According to what my son was saying, he, as he was turning, the light turned yellow, and the car just came out of nowhere and rammed into him. So from the way the car looks, this young lady was speeding, okay? She was speeding, or either not paying attention, or both. But he's gonna, you know, go and fight it regardless of the facts. So hopefully, all that being said, we're dealing with one car now, which is only my car. So I wasn't ready and available and able to get to my mom this morning. I'm probably not going to get there this weekend because, like I said, I'm tired. I've unpacked. I'm washing clothes. You know, I'm relaxing. And then I also want my mom to get acclimated to the place until I'm able to get her out of there, because she's really going to have to get used to her surroundings. You know, it feels like she's been there for a long time, but she's only been there for a couple of months, maybe like 6 months now. But in all honesty, my mom needs to be in a memory care center, because they function a little, you know, differently, you know, with the memory care people. You have to treat them like children with kid gloves, you know, per se. The place that she's in is not really a memory care center. It's a rehabilitation center and nursing facility. They do very well with her. I love the workers. They're very, very nice. Everybody has gotten to know her. They have gotten to know me. They know her routine. You know, they know her ins and her outs, you know, what she likes, what she doesn't like, what's going to trigger her, and things like that. So other than that, you know, it's good. But guys, I'm going to go in here and finish up my laundry. I'm going to sip my coffee, and like I said, just calm myself and relax for the rest of the day. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with those who you may think is interested in this type of content. And please remember to hype, hype, hype. And guys, y'all be safe out there on these streets, and I will see you in the next video.